turn it on. It's on now.
Alright guys, it's Team Yoshi here for another deck profile. This one I took to last weekend's regional, which was, where was it, Dream Wizards in the Holiday Inn in Maryland. I went X and 2 with my Hunders. Alright, first start with deck profile, we've got 3 Thunder Seahorse, 3 Maw Hunder, 3 Paw Hunder. Duh. Okay, I've got the Violon Prisms, those are my synchro option, and just another level 4 that recycling battery target. Okay, secret tech, Watt Giraffe, because against Mermails and anything like Light Swarms, any sort of thing that has lots of hand traps, or even back row heavy decks, if you are afraid of the warning and the bottomless, you summon your little guy number 1. Oops, that's one throw. Anyway, little guy number 1 and Watt Giraffe. You attack directly with Watt Giraffe, and they cannot activate any more effects until the end phase. So no warning, no bottomless, etc., etc. And also things like Lend. If they want to chain their Abyss Sphere or whatever, you just attack and then you attack over the Lend. This helps really nicely when you don't have a play or you don't really want to push against water. You say, and you use your little Ultra Reality brain thing where you can skip into the end phase. And you say, I'm going to end my end phase, or my main phase, they end their main phase, or they chain their sphere, whatever, and you can summon, and get over the Lend. Anyway. Of course, Honest, it won me the second to last round. You know, you sit on your light monster, and it's a light deck. Why not? You run weenies. 2 Trags, great for exceeding, stealing monsters, protection. And the 2 Thunder Kings, because Thunder King is good as always. And sad that it's at 2. Trap lineup. 2 Bottomless, 2 Dimensional Prism, 2 Fiendish Chain, 1 Torrential, don't always want to take your monsters out with you, 1 Starlight, and the Solemn Duo. Heavy Storm, 2 Forbidden Lance, Reborn, 2 Recycling Batteries, not 3, not 1, 2. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Avarice, you can run through your deck really quickly, need to be able to use your Exceeds again. Triple MSD because this deck hates back rows. This is the biggest thing I lose to is back rows. That's why Fire Fist is such a hard matchup. And then of course 2 Duality for consistency, and for Thunder Seahorse, and for your Thunder King. Best first turn play, Thunder Seahorse, Duality, Thunder King. Okay, side deck, I have 1 Night Beam. Yeah, again, I hate back rows. Probably could use Twister, I guess, if you were more afraid of like gozen match or something like that, something face up. But Night Beam that's my choice. 1 Soul Taker for those big beaters, Dolka, things that are just really scary, can't get over. Double hates this card, but Trap Stun because again, you want to be able to summon into Torrential, you want to be able to attack into Mirror Force, and Abyss Sphere, in case you guys don't know, in the end phase, in the TCG, if you've Trap Stunned that turn and it attempts to blow up, it will be negated. So, your opponent cannot play spells for the rest of the game.
Bullshit.
Double does not agree with that ruling, because it's different in the OCG.
It's bullshit.
But it is ruled that it will activate to destroy itself, and Trap Stun negates its destruction effect, and therefore they cannot play spells the rest of the game. So that's obviously good. Mind Crush, because it's really, really, really good against like just about everything. I could probably main it.
Yes, I wish I would have.
I slotted it in against everything but Dino Rabbit.
Yeah, it would have been live every game of every round. I wish I would have mained it.
Yeah, it was just too good. It was really too good. The Break Your Skill, sometimes Fiendish Chain isn't quite as good. This is good for when you need extra negation. I've sided in against Dino Rabbit. The 1 Overworked. Okay, and then 3 Macrocosmos and 2 Helios, the Primordial Sun. Took this straight off of the Massachusetts Top 8 deck list because I make rank 4s. Why not get a free summon out of it? And everybody that I ever played just like, what? What? What is that card? How do you even, what? So, it's really nice. And it also offers just, another level of protection if you need it. And it's an awful dead draw, which, believe me, I dead drew it. Okay, and then I got 2 DD Warrior Ladies over 1 because extra removal is great. Again, gets rid of those big beaters, and, well, she's level 4 light monster. It's good stuff. DD Warrior Lady is just really good. And then 1 maxi, sided again, just against windups. Okay, extra deck, obviously the most important part. 1 black ship, 1 cowboy, 1 maestroke, Stardust for my synchroing option, and Shockmaster. These are my, like, go-to cards. Almost always I'm going into something like this. One of these. But, oh yeah, and I run 2 Shockmasters, actually, because you can make it fairly easily. Okay. There's always Steelstorm Orch. There's always Utopia Ray, because you can get down pretty easily and use them, and it's happened play enough. Papal Operative was not going to run it, decided to won me a game against a Lightsworn guy.
Yeah,
Putting his,
if nothing else, it's a light, and you run honest, so...
Exactly, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too good. He had Gores. I just put his Dragon attack mode with 0 attack, or with 600, and then attacked over with Cowboy and attacked per game. It's just a lot of damage. It's delicious.
Yes. For all those people who are interested, I ran windups, and I lost 1 round because
Oh my God.
I ran this card, because I'd never run windups before, and I used this card to turn a rat to attack position that had already used its effect that turn, and my opponent was really nice about it. He was like, but I'm sorry, that you can't do that. I mean, and I was like, yep, that's great. So I got him down to like 500 and had this been a cowboy instead, because this didn't attack directly, it attacked over a monster. Had this been a cowboy instead, I could have won that turn, I believe. So yeah, yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. The card's good, but don't be stupid.
Okay. And of course you need Vista Willer. And the Utopia to complement the other thing. This was what I made when I had Honest. And he had Leviathan Dragon. And I was like, oh man, all I gotta do is I have to sit on the Utopia. We had 26 life points, both of us. Going into time, I was like, oh man, I have to sit on this Utopia. And he attacked into it. He's like, negate. I'm like, nah, that's good. Are you gonna change anything? He said, no, alright, all Honest for game. And then of course the Pearl, because Pearl's a big beater. Sometimes it's really hard to get over. Not a huge fan of it, but you know, so I feel like it's a decent enough option to still run. And then this new ultra rare guy, which seems so freaking good, and I just didn't make it because
I would have made it. Like, it's really good, and you draw a card.
It's just most of the time that I would have gone into it, would have wanted to go into it, I had like macro up or something like that. Like,
yeah.
It's just...
Think about how good it is against Fire Fist, though. It doesn't matter how many of their stupid cards they have. If you make them be at 0, it kills it.
Well, it should, anyway. Well, I mean, they'd have to, like, activate a lot of... I don't even know.
They would have to have double Tinkin or whatever, and that would only be... And that would only be a tie.
But it's good. I mean, it is a really, really good card, and I definitely love it. And then I was running... Obviously, the Scrap Dragon with Violent Prism is just deliciously broken, although I just didn't really make it. And then Thought Ruler, which with Phoenix Chain, with Deep Prison, with Compulsory, I just really like this card.
Yeah. And
it gets over, and especially when you're going in time, which I tend to
You tend to do sometimes. A little more often than most.
Only did once.
I went into time once too, and I got heavy turn 1. So
Derp.
That's the lesson today: is don't go into time. Your opponent will have Heavy Storm, and you'll lose. Especially when they're bad, because he was running Samurais and maining Heavy Storm.
Okay, basically all you need to know is that one of my losses was Fusion Gate Heroes, and he rolled the die roll, and I didn't have Ryo turn 1, so I lost. Game 1. Game 2, I came back with a Mind Crush, and Game 3, he fucking super poly'd my stinking...
Just so you know, we're already at 10 minutes. People aren't going to watch a marathon, so keep moving along.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, anyway,
I'm just saying.
Yes, so Super Poly is nasty. Okay, okay, important things that you need to know about. What was that? Oh, yes, of course. Shockmaster negating... If you negate traps against their mermails, okay? I negated his traps because he had a face-up Abyss Sphere. In the end phase course, it attempted to destroy itself. Judge ruled, will not destroy itself. And they still cannot play spells the next turn, or for the rest of the game. And they can't play traps. So sometimes it's a good thing to call traps, because you'll shut off their spells too. Let's see. Oh yeah, and against windups. I didn't know this. Apparently, you can call priority when you summon a wind-up monster to reveal the shark in your hand and summon it. Because as I had understood it, upon summoning, you could immediately veil to interrupt the shark.
Yeah.
Head judge came up and said...
if you can do it the way the judge said. You cheated 3 turns in a row against Angel at locals when he had game 3 turns in a row because you just kept pitching stuff out of your hand.
No, I did not cheat. He did not call player. The judge said that you had to call player priority to reveal shark. That's what the judge said to me. I learned something. Okay, and basically the last round the guy was really nice, but he was playing mermails and he kept summoning like Pike against when I had Ryo and stuff like that. So of course I won. Anyway. So you should play Hunters because it's fun and it's good and it's versatile and you can run macro and it's not necessarily meta and it's pretty cheap and Yu-Gi-Oh!